Hi everyone, I'm Miss Shirley. In today's video, I'm going to discuss question 31 until 40 for SPM 2024, paper 1. Okay, let's look at question number 31. So this is on operation on sets. Okay, so given universal set is P union Q union R, and set P is A, B, C, D, E, Q is C, D, E, F, and R is D, E, F, G. So here the universal set is not given. So we're going to list down all the sets in P, Q, and R. So it will be A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay, so this is universal set. So list the elements of P intersect with R prime. So here is given set R. Okay, so therefore set R prime will be outside R. Okay, so here we have D, E, F, G. So we cross out D, E, F, G. So what's remain is A, B, and C. So here will be A, B, and C. Okay, so now they want us to list down the elements of P intersect with R prime. So let's look at set P, so A, B, C, D, E. Set R prime will be A, B, C. So what are the common elements between the two? So we have A, B, B, and C, C. Okay, let's look at the options A, B, C, D. The answer is B. Let's look at question number 32. This is on operations on sets. Okay, diagram 15 shows set G, M, and S. So G, M, and S is given that universal set is S union G union M. So G is students who like geography. Okay, G is geography. M is students who like mathematics. And S students who like science. Okay, the number of students who like science is 18. Maths is 15. And geography is 8. Okay, so I'm going to label it here. So for this science, NS is 18. Then geography, NG is equals to 8. Then for maths is NM is 15. Okay, so the number of students who like science or maths. So or means is union. So S union M, and the number is 29. Okay, so we have all this information. And it asks us to find the number of students who like science and mathematics. So science and means the intersection. Okay, it's the intersection. So it asks us to find N, S, M. Okay, intersect M. Okay, so students need to know one formula. So N, so this is the union formula. S union M, okay, equals to NS plus NM. Then you need to minus the intersection if there is intersection. Okay. So N, S, intersect M. Okay, so now we put in the values inside. So N, S, union M is given as 29. NS is 18, here 18. NM is 15. Minus NS intersect M. Okay, so this is what we need to find. Our target is to find this one. So since this is a negative, so I need to move it to the left to make it positive. So become N, S, intersect M equals to, so 18 plus 15 and then minus 29. Okay, let's calculate with the calculator. So we have 18 plus 15 and minus 29. So we get 4. Okay, so let's look at the options A, B, C, D. The answer is B. Let's look at question number 33. So this is on network in graph theory. Diagram 16 is a graph that shows the walkways which connect 7 buildings in a school. So which of the following is correct about the graph? So here they're asking for sum of degrees and then list of all the vertex pairs for the hall. So where's the hall? So here's the hall, right? Okay, so here they want the sum of degrees. So still remember how to find the sum of degrees? So the sum of degrees here, so it's equals to 2 times of number of edges. So here we have how many edges? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. So we have 10. So 2 times 10 is equals to 20. So it's either A or B. Okay, let's look at the vertex pairs for hall. So for hall, we have DG. So DG, DG. And then we have DK. So DK, DK, and we have DH. So we have DH. So the most accurate answer is B. Let's look at question number 34. So this is on measures of dispersion of ungrouped data. Okay, the mean height. So mean height of a group of 5 students is 1.52 meters. Okay, so here we can find what is the total height for all 5 students by using the formula So the sum of x over the number of data. Okay, so for this, the sum of x is we don't know. We're going to find this. Okay, so we have 5 students and then the mean is 1.52. So to find the total height for the 5 students, I'm going to use 5 times this one shift over, okay, times 1.52. Okay, so calculate 5 times 1.52. Okay, so we will get 7.6. So this is the total height for 5 students. So let's read on. Okay, Ayn and Hazra, with the height of 1.6 meters and 1.58 meters, respectively, have joined the group. So now we have how many students? So just now was 5, so plus 2, we have 7 students, right? So in order to find the new mean height, okay, so the new mean, so is here, we have 7.6. Then plus with Ayn, plus with Hazra, and over, now we have 7 students. Okay? So let's calculate. So 7.6 plus 1.6 and then plus 1.58 and then equals, then remember, you have to divide it by the number of students. So we will get 1.54. Okay, 1.54 unit is meter. Let's look at the options A, B, C, D. So the answer is A. Let's look at question number 35. So this is on measures of dispersion of ungrouped data. So determine the median. Okay, we're going to find the median of the following set of data. So they give you this data. When you see this data, you have to make sure that it's in ascending order from smallest to biggest. Otherwise, you have to rearrange it. Okay, rearrange it. So median means the number in the middle. Okay, so the smallest number is 35. Okay, so I'm going to start with 35. Okay, 35. Then we have 35. Then we have 40. Then we have 50. We have 62. Then we have 68. Then we have 76, 76. And then we have 90, 90. Okay? So let's double check how many numbers are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's look at here's 10 numbers. So the number in the middle should be 5 after 5, right? 5, 5, 5 on the left and 5 on the right. So here will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which means that the median is here, between 62 and 68. So there's no number between 62 and 68, right? So we use the midpoint formula. So we use 62 plus 68, and then we divide it by 2. So 62 plus 68, and then we divide it by 2. So we will get 65. Okay, let's look at the options A, B, C, D. So the answer is C, 65. Let's look at question number 36. So this is on probability. A society has a total of 24 Form 3 and Form 5 students. It is given that 5/8 of them are Form 5 students. So which means that the probability of Form 5 students is 5/8. So if you want the number of Form 5 students, so we just use the probability times with the total number of students. So we will get the number of students for Form 5. So here, cancel. Then 24 divided by 8 is 3. So we have 15 Form 5 students. So here we have the total. Okay, so the total is 24. So it's divided into Form 3 and Form 5 students, right? So Form 5, we have 15 students. So therefore, for Form 3, it will be 24 minus 15. So we get 9 students here, okay? So here they say there are 4 new Form 3 students. So we have plus 4. Here we get 13. Here we plus 4. Remember, the total must plus 4 to get the new total, 28. So calculate the probability that a Form 3 student is chosen. So we're going to use the number of Form 3 students divided by the total. So that's going to be the new probability. So the answer is 13/28. Okay, let's look at the options A, B, C, D. So the answer is B, 13/28. Let's look at question number 37. So this is on measures of dispersion of ungrouped data. Okay, diagram 17 shows a dot plot of body mass index readings for a group of 20 students. Okay, so calculate the difference. So the operation is minus between the mode value. So mode means the highest frequency and the smallest value of the body mass index. Okay, body mass index is the BMI. Okay, so here the smallest value is 17. Okay, and then this is 17, and the mode value is the highest frequency. So we look at the highest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the highest, right? So which means that the mode is 20. Okay, so it's 20. So it's 20. So the difference between them, 20 minus 17 is 3. So therefore, the answer, ABCD, is A. Let's look at question number 38. So table 5 shows the values of the sum of x and the sum of x squared for 9 students. So they give you the sum of x, the sum of x squared. So the n is equals to 9. So calculate the variance of the data. Okay, so this is ungrouped data. So the formula for variance is the sum of x squared over n minus the mean square, right? So the mean here is not given, so we have to calculate the mean separately. Okay, so here, so the sum of x squared is given as 245,508, then over 9. Okay, so to find the mean, I'm going to use the sum of x over the sum of the number of students. Okay, so it'll be 1484 over 9. Okay, and remember to square it. Yeah, so let's calculate this. 245,508 divided by 9, and then we will get, so 27278.67 minus, okay, so 1484 divided by 9, and then we square it. Okay, so we will get 27188.35. Okay, so let's minus, so 27278.67 minus 27188.35. So we will get 90.32. Okay, let's look at the options A, B, C, D. The answer is D. Let's look at question number 39. So this is on operation of sets. So diagram 18 is a Venn diagram that shows the relationship between events P, Q, R, S, P, Q, R, and T. It is given the universal set is P union Q union R union T. Okay, which of the following is a non-mutually exclusive event? Okay, tidak saling eksklusif. It means that there's a chance that whereby two sets or more can occur at the same time. Okay, which means that there is an intersection. So let's look at the diagram. In the universal set P, Q, R, T, which one is intersecting, has an intersection? So it seems that here there's an intersection, right? So the answer is set P and Q. They are non-mutually exclusive event. So A, B, C, D, the answer is B. Let's look at question number 40. Measures of dispersion of group data. Okay, diagram 19 shows an ogive. Okay, it's an ogive that shows the speed of cars recorded by a speed trap camera in a particular day. So we have an ogive here, cumulative frequency, maximum value is 60. And then here is the speed in kilometers per hour. And then let's look here, there's a typo here, supposed to be 10. So very rarely there will be mistake, but anyways, this is 10, okay? So let's read on. Which of the following box plots represents the ogive? So we need to know box plot. You need to know 5 things to draw a box plot. Okay, so what are the 5 things? Okay, let me sketch this out first. Okay, there are 5 things you need to know. The first one will be the minimum value, which is the smallest value. Then this is the maximum value, the biggest value. Okay, and then this will be the Q1, the first quartile. And then this will be the median. And this is the third quartile. Okay, so we can get all these 5 values from the ogive given. Okay, so here, let's look here. Minimum value is this. Okay, the lowest point on the ogive, 79.5, 79.5. Then the maximum value is the highest here, right? But we go down, so this is the maximum value, 139.5, okay? So to find the Q1, we're going to use 1/4 of 60, okay? So 1/4 of 60, 1/4 of 60 is 15, right? So it's 15. Where is 15? 15 is here. Okay, but this is not the answer for Q1. So we have to draw dotted lines until it touches the ogive, then we go down. So this is our value of Q1, okay? So our value of Q1 here that we got is 104.5, okay? Then our median will be half of 60, which is 30. So 30 is here. So we draw dotted line until it touches the ogive, then we move down. Okay, so this is our median. So our median here is 114.5, okay? Then for Q3, we're going to use 3/4 of 60, which is 45, okay? So 45 is over here. So we draw dotted line until we reach the ogive, then we go down. Okay, so this is our Q3, okay? So this value, our Q3 is 120.5, okay? So now we have all these 5 values. Minimum value, our Q1, median, Q3, and maximum value. Let's look at A, B, C, D, the options given. Okay, so for A, the minimum value is 0. So this is incorrect. We cross out, okay? Then for B, minimum value also 0. So this is wrong. We cross out B. So for C, this is correct, 79.5. D also correct, 79.5. Then we look at the maximum value, 139.5. So here's 139.5, 139.5. So now we compare the median, okay? So we compare the median, 114.5. So this is, median is over here. And then the median for D is over here, 109.5. So definitely D is incorrect, okay? So this is 114.5. So confirm our answer is C.